A new high-tech state-owned fish hatchery has just been completed at Warsaw, Missouri, and is sure to be one of the Midwest's largest attractions. This is Johnny Everhart. Come along with me on a tour of Lost Valley with Dave Waller, the hatchery manager, as our guide.
Well, we're gonna just make a pass out around the hatchery a little bit for those of you who might want to do that now. We're not going to spend much time, and then we'll be out to the pond that we've got drained down, and hopefully they'll just be in there working the muskie about now. At least that's our plan. So keep your feet on the tram. I'm going to kind of tell you a little bit about what you're seeing as we go along. We have 78 ponds that make about 68 acres, plus this is about a 10-acre pond, and all of those are lined with a polypropylene liner. The liner is a better environment for the fish because we can keep it cleaner. It prevents water from seeping down through the bottom, and so we don't lose as much water. The disadvantage is it's slick. You step on it and you're gone. So when you're out at this pond after a while, don't step on the liner or you're going to be wet. The towers that you see around are water storage, and the wells pump up into them and give us the pressure that we need, and it also allows the pumps to turn off and on, whereas if you didn't have the towers, the wells would have to be pumping continuously to provide the water that we use. Like they've got the fish in the kettle down there, and they're getting them out, putting them in tubs, and now they're carrying them up on the truck. They're going to weigh them so they'll know how many pounds they are, and we know how many fish it takes to make a pound, so that means we know how many fish are in the tub and how many go on the truck.
We got 87 pounds in one, we got 85 pounds in number 2, 93 and 3, and 119 and 4.
We put 5,000 4-inch muskie in this pond back in early July, late June, somewhere in that neighborhood, and we don't have any idea how many we're going to get out today, but we're hoping for about 3,500. They average about 4 fish to the pound, which is pretty close to 11 inches long. All these fish today are going to Pond de Terre. We've got 4 stocking locations that we're going to hit there today, and that's where they're bound for. The main purpose of the hatchery is to produce fish, to make sport fishing better in different locations throughout our state. We do have a small visitor center with a 12,700-gallon aquarium and some exhibits and other things to teach people about fishing in Missouri.
This is our aquarium area, and we're very proud of this exhibit. It is 12,700 gallons and contains many native Missouri species. It's 9 feet deep, 27 feet across, and we have on the rail a series of graphics that explain some of the species that we have and the different characteristics of those species. Each pane of glass is 9 feet long, 6 foot tall, and 3 inches thick, so there's a lot of water in the aquarium. We hope that people will come into this section and sit and take the time to look and enjoy the fish, relax a little bit. We've got benches that they can do that very thing. This is my favorite exhibit.
This is the production facility right here. There's no generic way to tell you how we raise fish. Each species is different. Some fish, when they hatch, they're so small that we can't supply them with a diet that they'll grow on, and so they have to go out into a pond. Other fish are large enough when they hatch that we can put them right on an artificial diet. These are hybrid striped bass. It's a cross between striped bass and a white bass. These particular fish will be going to Kansas City next week, the week after. They're about 8 inches long. You see how they're swimming? They never stop. Round and round and round they go. I don't know how they actually gain weight or grow because they expend so much energy all the time. The paddlefish are actually part of a research project. We didn't raise them here. One of the things we do in conjunction with the federal government is all paddlefish, when they're stocked, are tagged. And we've been worried about tag retention on the fish, so we're going to hold 100 paddlefish all winter and check the tags periodically. Over on this side are our egg jars, and when we have eggs in here, we put them in those jars, and that's where they hatch at, and then they make their progression through the hatchery system or whatever the particular species requires.
You can find more than just fish in the hatchery gift shop. They've got gobs of creepy bugs, Piles of really great books about plants and animals in Missouri. Baskets full of bears, and even a buffalo. We don't have many of these in Missouri, but they'll probably reintroduce them soon. Donna, you know Windsor is the chick capital of the world, the baby chick capital of the world.
I heard that.
Now will Warsaw be the baby fish capital of the world?
I think it should be.
Should be if it's not. I think you've already got that title right now. Hatchery water source. So push a button, the water's pumped into the hatchery. Got heat pumps in the rearing pools to recycle water. The water's reused, recycled. Interesting. Standing here with Joseph Manley, the catcher of this fish up above our head. Tell us a little bit, where did you catch this fish at, Joe?
Down by Camden, Missouri, where the Big Niagara and the Little Niagara River comes together.
Okay, so it still holds the Missouri state record.
That's correct.
For paddlefish.
Second in the world.
Second largest in the world on a paddlefish.
It took us about 25 to 30 minutes to get it in the boat. When I first hooked it, I thought I had a log.
Well, I would think so. It's a great fish.
In Missouri, we really want people to know how to fish, identify the fish, and measure the fish so that they keep legal fish. In this exhibit, the visitors come up, they are allowed to identify the fish by interaction, pick up the fishing regulations, see if they're correct, and then measure the fish and determine if it's legal size or not. By pushing the button, they get a buzz. So it's a lot of fun, and they're learning about fishing.
Oh, hey, this is a mussel I found out to the Wilderness Lodge the other day. And I hope it's not hungry, because it might just clam up on me here any minute.
Well, the title of this exhibit is Finding Fish. You start the game by simply pushing a button, and then you make a selection if you want to learn about fish in Missouri.
This project is the single largest sport fish restoration program project ever constructed in the United States. I think the first thing I want to point out is that it should come as no surprise that projects of this scope and magnitude don't happen just overnight.
After years of planning, research, and construction, a tree was planted and the ribbon cut to mark the grand opening of Lost Valley Hatchery on October 5th, 2000. The city of Warsaw is very lucky to be the home of this beautiful new facility that will attract visitors from all over the U.S. and the world. But the best part is, no matter when or where or what you like to fish for, the opening of Lost Valley Hatchery is sure to make the future of fishing in Missouri a whole lot brighter. I'll see you next time in the Missouri Outback.